All right. All right. The red light is on. What's up, guys? What is it? Thursday afternoon? And Dave Van Auken, L. Dawson. L, how are you?
I'm good. There's quite a stir in the MMA community today, though.
Yes,
So.
for sure. Very ironic that Dana White had a power slap event to like have a press conference to talk about this. I think it's a perfect. It's ironic for me at least. But L, crazy afternoon for sure. There's only a couple things in MMA, right, that takes us by surprise. I guess we're gonna pull the band-aid off right away. I know you have a lot to talk about it, but it was great that Dana White had the time right away to address it, kind of hours after that it really broke on some outlets. Bryce Mitchell started the podcast with someone. Do you know who the podcast is with?
No idea.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So he started the podcast.
We're not here to promote him.
Yeah, sure, good point. And he went on a rant, I guess, for I don't know why, but Hitler came up and he went on a rant. Long story short, I don't want to quote him. If you want to go see it or listen to it, go see it or listen to it. But a long story short, Ellen, help me if I'm not saying it right. He was very pro Hitler and was saying that he did a lot of good things. And
No, specifically called him a good guy. Like he
okay, he would go
specifically called him
fishing
a
with
good
them.
guy.
Right?
Let's be honest, guys. If you want to see the statement that Bryce Mitchell made, don't go to Bryce Mitchell's podcast. Don't give it views. Go to Home of Fight. Home of Fight posted it. They posted the clip on their page.
Yeah, good point.
Go, just give them the views, guys. Give Home of Fight the views. Don't give Bryce Mitchell the views. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the first episode and hopefully the last episode of this podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I'm really glad that Dana was able to go ahead and make a statement right off the bat. I commend him. Honestly, I have a lot of respect for the way Dana White addressed this. So I wanted like I think a lot of people would like to see Bryce Mitchell punished over this, but I have to say I do commend Dana White for standing strong and never showing any kind of favoritism or anything like that when it comes to free speech. He has been very clear about his views on free speech, and he always stands by those beliefs regardless of what these people say. Unfortunately, as stupid as what Bryce Mitchell did, it's not a crime. So I do respect Dana White's position, and I also respect that he was able to go ahead and put that out there and say, hey, yeah, he said something really dumb. No, I'm not going to punish him. I will say I don't see Bryce Mitchell getting a whole lot of favorable matchups in the future. But I do think.
If I could just say, and I know you got something on it, El. Favorable matchups with an S. My first hot take or first take, and I don't think it's hot. I don't think we will see him under the banner multiple times. I think because what they have to do is probably one to kind of make sure that it's legal-ish, that kind of stuff and all that. I think he fights one, and I think that's the last time we'll see with him under this banner. But I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. That's just
no, you're fine. And maybe you're right. I wouldn't hate to see it. Unfortunately, people will always tune in to watch somebody they hate get beat up as well. So Bryce Mitchell may continue to be a draw, even if he loses much of his fan base. But it's I've literally never heard of this guy in my entire life.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
Not you, Talon. I'm
If
talking
if
about
Bryce
this former
Mitchell
UFC fighter.
boxed Jake Paul right now, I think the MMA community would be behind Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul has a higher. I think
Is
like
higher on the. I think Bryce Mitchell might have fallen below Colby Covington's
yeah,
status today.
below Dylan Danis. We're rooting for Danis, Covington, and Jake Paul for sure. But I know you
Anyway,
kind of. I don't know if you want to be so serious, but I know you do have like a. You got a thing. I don't want to interrupt you with my funny
no,
comments
no,
about
yeah,
Jake
no,
Paul.
no, no. I do. I wanted to, just come on here and I yeah, I agree. Bryce Mitchell's wife must be very stupid. Um, I respect that, Chris. I respect that. We love our man Christopher J. But anywho, we wanted to get out here and kind of do the same as Dana White here. Like, obviously, Dana White was very upfront that that is not his position. His position is very clear, and the UFC's position is very clear on this, that they did not support Bryce Mitchell's words. Obviously, neither do we. Um, it is what it is. I wanted to come on and say something really specific. Like, a lot of times when things like this happen, it's kind of just like a fun stir up in the MMA community. For me personally, I don't see this that way. I see this as a blow to the MMA community personally,
Yeah.
and I think there's something really really important. Dave and I, we don't speak out on our faith a whole lot, but we are definitely very open in our love for Jesus Christ, and I think Dave shares this sentiment with me. But I would like to call the other Christian athletes of our day, because right now there's this really beautiful movement in athletics. We've seen it at Ohio State with their football team. Duke, a lot of college football players have been really vocal about their faith this last season. We've seen a lot more MMA fighters be really vocal about their faith. And I'm just want to call the MMA community, the Christian MMA community, to be very vocal that Bryce Mitchell does not speak for us and does not speak for Christ. Like, that's not Christianity, and that's not Christ-like behavior, guys. So that's our stance on that. And we
El,
love
I
you
want to.
guys. We are a loving MMA community. We've been blessed with some of the best followers and some of the best fans. So we're really we're very blessed to have you guys, and we just want to give you guys our 2 cents on it. Go ahead, Dave.
I was gonna say, El, to even like double down on what you just said. I think it's even for whatever beliefs that any mixed martial artists believe in. I just think it's a. I hate this. I don't want to be so. I don't know how to say this the best way. I think it's a bad mark. It's a black eye that this guy, Bryce Mitchell, this will be on ABC tomorrow morning, no doubt about it, and it will be UFC fighter Bryce Mitchell. Like that will be the tagline, a mixed martial artist. And again, Alex, same kind of thing. You're behind the scenes, you're at the gym. Of course, with me and doing this and us doing Fight Bananas, there's so many indifferent, bad, but there are so many great people in the MMA scene.
There really are.
Especially on the fighter side of it. And it's just I in a weird way, I think we're totally getting in front of it. It's 4 o'clock here on the East Coast. I totally think at 7 o'clock news, this will be everywhere. I think tomorrow morning, this will absolutely be everywhere, and it will be loud. It's going to be big and loud. I bet you boycotting stuff will come up on multiple different avenues and revenue. And dude, if he does fight again under just say if it's a pay per view or it's a fight night, I bet you there's going to be some pushback, and just thinks that with all the good that's going around, with all the talent and all these great matchups that we're going to see this weekend and next weekend, and great fighters and champions, it's sad that this will take a lot of the air out of the balloon for sure.
Yeah. I agree, and I think that's unfortunate. But it's a very clickbaity type story. It really is.
Yeah.
So hopefully, guys. I said it at the beginning. If you guys wanted to see the clip, don't go give Bryce Mitchell's podcast views. Just go watch the clip that Homo Fight shared on their page.
And I'll say,
They're
like
great.
like I said, I'm not going to go by detail, but detail Hunter, you just put it out there. He just supported or supports Hitler. Like
Yeah.
he said very kind things about Hitler and what he was doing, and very supportive, like a supportive feel towards one of the worst human beings ever in existence. And
2 days, like what, 1 or 2 days after Holocaust Remembrance Day, too. So just to drive that knife in just a little bit deeper. So we just wanted to, like I said, we wanted to do a little short live for you guys, address the situation, commend Dana White for his very quick response and his stance on this, and also give you our very clear stance on this subject as well. And call, like I said, call the Christian MMA community to step up and be vocal that this is not what we represent. So
yeah, well,
that's my whole spiel.
You said it good, Al. You said it really well. And ton of content under this banner that you can see daily and weekly. Big shows every Tuesday, Sunday morning. Elle Dawson and Jillian Robertson will have a crazy good recap of UFC Saudi Arabia. I was just told today our post-fight boys, Jonathan and Blake, will be doing a post show after UFC Saudi Arabia. Guys, there's a lot of great fights. There's a lot of good people and good storylines going into Saturday. And like I said, I know we're doing this a little bit, and I don't want to go on forever, but I hope, the fights and the great matchups will take over what I think what the next 36 hours is going to be in this media scape, this media outlet, and MMA media especially. I think they're going to run with it. So that's kind of my 2 cents.
Maybe it'll just get drowned out by good positive stuff. Let's drown it out.
Dude, Dana White killed it, by the way. How good was Dana White?
Yeah, no, I'm really, like I said, really commend him for the immediate response and just kind of moving past it. Well done. Yeah, well done by Dana.
I like how he addressed it and buried it and just moved on. Like, it was just nope, don't like it, moron, bury it, see you later.
We're not going to use it to as a storyline, which I don't think this is something that you use as a storyline.
Yeah, he's already talking about Makhachev fighting as a middleweight, so we'll see. It was good. I don't know if you watched the whole press conference. He's like, hey, if that's what he wants to do, let's do it.
All right.
All right. Cool. All right.
Islam's never going to defend his belt against another lightweight again.
I know.
They're going to be featherweights and middleweights from now on.
I know we're you didn't want to go here with it, and I do got to go in 3 minutes. Dude, I don't know what you're hearing, Elle. I'm hearing a ton of buzz. A ton of buzz behind the scenes. We all know UFC 314, Ilia Topuria was going to defend his championship against Alexander Volkanovski. And I think Volkanovski's a lock to be on that card. However, I'm hearing that Ilia really, really is indifferent about staying as a featherweight or moving up to fight Islam at 155. And that fight, it might be Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez for the vacant featherweight championship. Wow. I'm hearing a ton of buzz about that. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
That's wild if that happens.
Yeah. Very cool. And I hear there's a UFC flyweight from American Top Team going to defend his championship against Kai Kara France on that card in the co-main event.
And we need to be there because it's in Miami. We have to go, Dave.
Let's do it. I like it. UFC Fight Night going to be early, I know. And then Royal Rumble, Chris, you are right. But
9 a.m. Eastern for the prelims, guys, on Saturday. Don't forget.
I love it. Well, Elle and I might be somewhere else on Saturday night. We'll see. We'll go live if that happens. Can't say anything just yet. But Elle, I think you killed it. I think it was great. I think we ripped the Band-Aid off. Hopefully we don't have to ever talk about this again. Any last words? Anything else you want to say?
No, just want to thank you guys again for being some of the best fans. Like, some of the best fans in sports. We love our Fight Bananas followers. All you guys are fantastic. We have such a positive vibe on our page. So we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We had a lot of people pop onto this very random afternoon live. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. Love y'all.
Later. More random lives. I like it. More random.